as we're walking through life, people throw things at us, accusations, discouragement, conflict, people say things. It's all different types of things. There can even be things like sickness, it can be relationships, it can be moral failure, it can be addictions. There'll be all sorts of things that can be thrown at you. And do you know that none of the external things can take you out? The only time it can actually take you out is if it penetrates your heart. Can I have someone's, can I borrow that? So if they fall off you, if they hit you and they fall off, actually they're not going to hurt you because God is in control. But if this gets through and penetrates your heart, what do you think is going to happen? If it gets lodged in there, it can fester. And what happens is that your heart you can get bitter, you can get cynical, and you can lose your passion for what you do. So when I ask the question, how's your heart? Are there things that have gotten into your heart? Because that's what you need to protect. It's not those things on the outside, it's those things that are going to get inside. So I invite you to just consider that. And if there are things that are lodged in your heart, to be able to think, how can I get them out? And how can I make sure I protect my heart? I've discovered that supervision is a great way of being able to help with that. For people to be able to come and sit with someone they trust, to be able to go, actually, you know what? There is something lodged in my heart. There is something that I need to work with. Now, it might be that they would be referred to a counsellor if it's something that needs beyond the realms of supervision, which we'll talk about in a moment. But supervision can be a great place, a trustworthy place that you can come. It's confidential and you can actually share about what's happening. So guarding your heart. And here are some of the things that I've discovered that can help you to guard your heart. You can see the list. I could spend an hour on each one of these, but I want to give you a little snapshot, and we're going to email these out to you afterwards so that you can get them. These are the things that I've discovered are the main things through supervision in ministry that people are struggling with. So the first one is acknowledge your losses and process your grief. So for each of you, you may have something in your heart because you haven't processed your grief. So think about the losses that you might have had and the grief that might need to be processed. For those in ministry, often we're the ones that are going, I'm just going to keep going. I'm here for everyone else. But actually, we also need to stop and to really process those losses and acknowledge them. I often find that hard because it's easy just to keep going, isn't it? But to actually stop and give yourself that space. And supervision can really help with that.